back for no reaction video. Again, SCP. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to see me like watch or react to something else that's not SCP related, let me know in the comment section. Right there. Tell me when you want me to react. Send the link so I can check out, see if it's, you know, not family friendly. I don't mind any curses on the video, all that. Just I check out just in case I don't get community guideline stripe, because some of the stuff are copyrighted. But at least I'm back with a reaction video. Remember, I'm doing a reaction video every single day until the end of the year. That's my goal. That's my yearly goal right now when 2022 hit. But hey, enough of that. Again, I'm in floating head. Don't worry, guys. Today's gonna be the last day. I'm gonna be wearing dark green or yellow, because you guys don't know, when I go to the gym, all my gym shirts, like 80% of it is dark green or yellow. Tomorrow, I'm not going to the gym because I'm gonna be busy around the house and all that. So today's gonna be the last day for this week. So yeah, let's get straight already. Let's start up. Hopefully today I drop 2 videos, this video and something else. I can't guarantee it. I've been busy every day, so let's see. Alright.
2 teenagers.
I'm just checking everything's good. Alright, everything's recording. My mic is recording. Alright, let's keep it going. And let's restart this. Alright.
2 teenagers cautiously approach an old, decrepit house. The house looks like it was built hundreds of years ago, and from the outside, it appears to be in a serious state of disrepair.
Alright.
The walls are cracked and weathered. The roof looks to have holes in it, and one of the decorative columns has completely collapsed. The teenagers have heard rumors about this dilapidated home, though, and they have heard there are riches still to be found
okay,
inside.
that's why. I'm like, why are they going inside of them? But I'm confused. Are they one of those, you know, like ghost hunters, or were they those YouTubers? You know, guys, what I'm talking about, those YouTubers that go to like haunted house or area where there's supposed to be like no people and everything. I'm like, is that what they're doing? But no, they're there for the money. Okay.
One of the teens starts,
which again
walking
is
up the stairs
stealing.
onto
Either
the
way.
porch, but his friend seems reluctant to follow. Is he sure that no one lives here? The braver of the teens tells his friend that he's been watching the house for days and hasn't seen anyone come in or out.
What kind of teenagers are
The only
these?
signs of life have been a very faint light visible between the cracks of the house's boarded up windows, and he's not even sure if he actually saw any lights or not.
I don't care. Look at this house. You know how scary it is? A nighttime to go into a house that you don't know. That's apparently it's gonna be all dark inside. And I saw one day, let's say a flashlight or a light like being shined through the cracks inside the house. Miss me with that.
Anyone in there? It's
Miss
just
me
some
with that.
crazy
Like,
old
hell
person.
nah.
They can easily scare them off and loot the house at their leisure.
Alright.
His friend still doesn't look sure, but the other teen proceeds to take out a lockpick. He
Of
tells
course.
his friend to keep a lookout while he works on the door. He doesn't need to keep watch for long, though, since the lock almost immediately opens with a loud click. He opens the door carefully, but it still squeaks loudly. Through the crack, he can't see much of anything inside. It looks very dark.
I went
Come
for
on,
like a
he tells
boo or
his friend
something.
as he slips inside.
Oh yeah, I also picked this video out because the human puppets, House of Human Puppets. You guys remember yesterday I did a mannequin reaction. So today it's not a mannequin, but it's almost the same thing. You know, it's gonna be the same material. The mannequin was our real human body. You know, someone's into a mannequin, and this one human puppet. So all the puppets are human bodies.
His friend looks nervous as he watches his friend disappear into the
I
house.
don't know.
Suddenly,
I'm
there's
just
a loud
tired.
crash. Oh no, we've been caught, he thinks as he spins around. But he doesn't see a police officer coming to
That
arrest
was good.
him or a nosy passerby.
That gave me a little bit of the
Instead,
chill.
he watches
That
as a
was
cat
good.
chases a rat into some trash
I don't know if you
can.
guys see. Okay, I don't know if you guys see that face. Yo, that was good. Let's go back.
Knocking more of them over. He breathes a sigh of relief as he watches the cat come out of the pile of trash, holding its prey limply by the tail.
That's tough for
He
the
turns to
rat.
follow his friend into the house, but is stopped when the door snaps shut in his face.
Yeah,
He tries the door.
that friend, it's dead.
He taps quietly on
I'm
the
sorry.
door. No
That
response.
friend
He
went
taps a
night
little
night.
louder, whispering, "Hey, what's going on?" But still no response. What is going on? Inside, his friend is also pulling on the doorknob, but it's no use. The door won't budge, and the lock won't turn. He also tries tapping lightly on the door, but there's no signs from outside that anyone has heard him. He's trapped. He looks around the darkened
That's
room.
tough. See,
Just like the
that's
outside,
tough.
the interior looks like it hasn't been updated in hundreds of years. Dust and cobwebs are everywhere, like no one has set foot inside in decades. And yet, on several small tables and shelves around the room, are lit candles. With no other option, he decides to move deeper into the house. He
Oh,
creeps into the next room, which is in much the same condition as the first, dusty and old.
and those are the candles. You guys don't know, it's candle. Is it up? That means there's someone in the house already.
but with several candles placed around that give off just the faintest amount of flickering yellow light. Not only does someone still live here, but they've lit these candles recently. He takes a folding knife out of his pocket and opens it, holding the blade out in front of him. Just then, he hears something, a noise like footsteps, and it sounds like it's coming from upstairs in the room right above him. They might be coming down to look for him. He needs a place to hide. He spots a sofa near the corner and tries to get down behind it as much as possible. As he grips the edge of the sofa with one hand, he suddenly drops his knife to the floor and uses his now free hand to stifle a scream. He looks at the hand that was just gripping the sofa and sees a long sewing needle plunged deep
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay.
into his hand. Was this stuck into the couch? He pulls the needle out of his hand. It nearly went all the way
That's
through,
not a needle.
and holds the bloody wound up to his mouth.
Wants to be
trying
like a
to stop
bone?
the flow of blood as he waits and listens.
Nah, that's probably a needle.
The sound of footsteps finally stop. Whoever is walking around, it doesn't sound like they're coming down the stairs to find him.
Oh, they're already downstairs.
He has to get out of this
There has
house,
to be
though.
downstairs.
There must be another way out. He picks up his knife and quietly moves to the next room. Once again, it's in the same condition as the last. But wait, what's that
The
in
window?
the corner? Is that a person lying there? Outside the house, his friend is looking through the same trash that he saw the cat hunting in. Aha! Just what he was looking for, an old wire hanger.
He's gonna go pick
He
lock.
runs back to the old house, untwists it, and inserts the thin wire into the lock. Inside, the trespassing teen gets closer and closer to the thing in the corner.
Why?
It's so dim, though, with the only light coming from the candles, that he still can't make
Why?
out what it is. But he feels strangely compelled to find out. He picks up one of the candles off of a nearby table. Outside, he still can't get the lock open, but he's got to keep trying. He can't leave his friend trapped inside. He's standing right over the thing in the corner now. He kneels down and brings the candle
Why?
close
It's
to
gonna be
see
the
what it
face.
is,
Or something.
and screams. His friend throws down the hanger in frustration before sitting down on the porch. He can't figure out why his friend was able to open the lock so easily, and now it won't move. Did something in the mechanism break? He doesn't know what he's going to do, though. Should he call for help? The police will arrest them both if he does. How long should he wait, though? It feels like his friend has
Yo,
been
I'm
stuck
sorry.
for a long time.
Your
He
friend
hasn't
is
heard
murked.
anything from inside.
I'm sorry, but your
What could
friend
possibly
is.
be happening in
It
there?
has to be murked or
Should he
something.
just leave and hope that his friend is able to escape on his own? Just as he is wondering what to do, he hears a click
Okay.
behind him. He turns around and tries the door handle, but it's still locked. He looks down and sees the wire hanger. Maybe he'll give it one more try. He sticks the hanger into the lock and hears the lock
His friend has to be dead. You saw the entity behind it? His friend has to be dead or something.
pop open almost instantly. He tries the door handle, and this time, the door swings open. He stands there looking through the cracked door into the dark house.
It's gonna be a
He's
face.
terrified at the
He's
thought
gonna
of
see his
going
friend
inside,
dead.
but he can't leave his friend in there.
He's gonna see his friend
If
like
he's
in a
in trouble,
doll or
then he has to
something.
save
It's
him.
gonna be one of those.
Gathering up all of his courage, he enters the house
And
and,
those don't
sees the
close.
same thing his friend
No.
did, a dusty old room. He takes a step into the candlelit room and freezes. There's something in the middle of the room. It's a chair that's turned away from him, but he can see that someone is sitting in it. But wait, is that his friend? Hey, he calls in a loud whisper, but his friend doesn't
His
respond.
friend is a doll.
Come on, let's get
His
out
friend
of
is
here.
a doll.
Still no response. He starts walking toward his friend, but stops when he hears what sounds like footsteps coming from the room above him. He's got to get his friend and get out of this house.
It's a
He
doll.
checks over his shoulder to make sure the door is still open before starting to quietly move towards his friend again. He's close enough that he can
It's a
reach
doll.
out and shake his
It's a
shoulder.
doll. Those will be
but
stitches.
His friend doesn't react. He walks around to the front of the chair and sees his friend. Except it's no longer his friend. Staring back at him.
Yep,
two
yo,
empty eye sockets.
that's
His
so
mouth has been
dark.
pulled back by stitches of thread into a horrifying
Yo.
permanent grin. But worst of all is what he hears. It's the sound of the front door slamming.
He's next now. He is. Oh wow, behind him. Well, he's next. Yo, I just look behind him. That's someone about to grab him. It's over.
Shut.
That was good. That was so. Yo, that was so good, guys. I'm telling you guys, guys. I don't think I even say the like we're reacting to. Obviously, I say at the beginning, how's the human Papa SCP-1098-RU with me at the Russia, right, guys? Russia. I'm bad with these. Alright, but Dr. Bob, you already know fire. We've been watching this already. I'll leave it in the description. I'll be happy to give it one more subscriber. Yeah, let's get started again.
Today's file
That
is
was
a special
fire.
and comes from the Russian branch
Okay.
of the SCP Foundation.
Russia, I was right.
It's SCP-1098.
Which you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure right now Russia and the countries on war. So hopefully World War III happened by
1098-RU, also known as the Theater of Living Puppets.
Okay.
SCP-1098-RU
This is
a
morbid.
two-story house located in a small Russian city, which appears to have been constructed in the Baroque style, which was popular in the 17th and 18th centuries, and is characterized by its exuberant details. The house is likely several hundred years old.
Oh, like the details not there no more.
And is in an advanced state.
It looks scary.
The local government
That's what
administration has marked the house for demolition multiple times,
but
for reasons that remain unknown. These plans are always scrapped or indefinitely delayed.
Oh, okay.
All of the doors that lead into SCP-1098-RU are locked, and the windows are all boarded up. Anyone who attempts to damage the house, even just by removing the boards from the windows, will experience an odd anomalous effect that compels them to instead protect the structure and cause it no harm.
Okay.
This effect only wears off when the subject moves at least 50 meters away from the house. The only way to enter SCP-1098-RU is through the front door, which, even though it is locked, is easily able to be picked open, which causes no harm to the house and prevents the anomalous effect from overcoming the subject trying to gain entrance. Once someone has entered the house, they will find that the door closes behind them and locks itself. The lock cannot then be picked open again for 1 hour. The interior of the house matches the exterior stylistically, also appearing to have been designed in the Baroque style and in a poor condition. The house is quite...
But why if I know that the mission being held back and everything, I'm guessing anything that is going to completely destroy the whole house and all that is going to be anomaly, the anomaly is going to stop it or something. I was gonna say, why can't I just the whole big TNT and boom, destroy it all at once? Everything destroy inside. The almost impossible to build over again. What can they just not do that?
Dark, since there are no electric lights present.
Maybe on small bit, maybe on big bit, I don't know.
Blocking any outside light.
Yeah.
The only illumination comes from the lit candles that are placed around the house, which appear to be constantly replaced and lit again when they burn out. The sound of slow footsteps can be heard inside the house, though the room they are coming from seems to change. The entity producing the sounds has been classified as SCP-1098-RU-1, and it is thought that it is also responsible for the placing...
I'm guessing it's Euclid. It has to be Euclid.
Of candles around the
we're
house.
We're gonna see in the end. I'm betting money is Euclid.
The Russian branch of the SCP Foundation first
it is a
became
place,
aware of
but we'll see.
It's probably safe. SCP-1098-RU after the disappearance of multiple teenagers was linked to the location. In interviews, many of their friends and family reported that their last known locations were near the site of the old Baroque-style home, and several had expressed a desire to investigate the house before they disappeared. Local police investigated the house, which only led to them disappearing as well.
That's even more tough, yo. You got weapons, can you just turn around, shoot the door, the lock thingy, or is that gonna make you replace it? Ain't no way. You know how hard it's gonna be to fit inside, even inside. I don't know.
After learning of the strange activity connected to the house, the Foundation took over the investigation, planting a cover story that totalitarian sects were responsible for the disappearances, while Class A amnestics were administered to all relatives of the missing teens.
Okay.
The Foundation immediately began investigating the house, but carefully, since they had already seen how easily people could go missing inside. In the first excursion into the house,
that's what I was thinking about.
A robot fitted with a camera was sent inside.
Was the camera doesn't work no more, it breaks or something happened.
Just like when a person enters, the door closed and locked behind the robot. But its camera feed continued to broadcast images to the researchers outside. As the robot explored the rundown houses,
mad puppets, mad human puppets.
Something much more disturbing than just lit
human
candles.
Puppets.
In several of the rooms, corpses were discovered, which were later identified as being some of the missing teenagers.
Wow,
All of the bodies found had their eyeballs removed, and thick threads
I
had been sewn into their arms and legs.
I could see
as if
that.
They had been turned into giant living puppets. Some of them also had stitches in their chest and face areas. The face stitches appear to have been made to force the face to have a certain expression, while the chest stitches may indicate that organs had been removed. No signs of decomposition were present, though, despite some of the bodies likely being many months old. Several objects were also found next to the bodies, including surgical knives, needles, thread, and at least one artificial
Obviously.
Why? Exactly 1 hour after the robot entered the house, the camera ceased
Yeah,
broadcasting
something
images
snatched
and
it.
all contact was
Something
lost.
snatched it.
For the second excursion into the house, the Foundation decided that
D-class?
a human
Yep,
being
a
would be more
D-class.
effective at gathering information than a robot.
It's over. That
The
D-class.
Class D
I'm
personnel was
telling you,
given a
you never
flashlight,
want to be a
camera, and a
D-class.
radio.
I'm telling you right now, you never ever want to be a D-class.
And sent on a mission to attempt to remove objects
It's
from the
over.
house
It's
and to
over
locate
for
the
him.
robot from the first research mission. The D-Class entered the house, and researchers noted that from what they could see on the video feed, that the layout of the house hadn't changed. Candles were still present around the room, though it was clear that they had been replaced by fresh ones.
Yeah.
As the D-Class explored the first
It's
floor
over.
of the
That
house,
D-Class,
he
man. I'm
reported
telling
that
you.
he could hear footsteps coming from different parts of the house. And on one occasion, that they sounded like they were coming from a room he had just left. But when he returned to that room, no one was present. He wasn't able to locate the missing robot, but did find the same corpses that the robot had. He was ordered by the researchers to pick up one of the surgical knives and try bringing it out of the house. But the moment he picked it up, all contact was lost.
Yeah. That boy did. That boy hit one of these right here. Hit one. This right here. Nice escape. I'm telling you. That boy hit it with one of these, man.
A third mission into the
Oh,
house was
man.
then tried, this time with another remotely controlled robot.
But like,
though this one was more advanced and equipped with a
okay.
thermal imager and audio recording equipment. This robot was also better suited for exploration and was capable of climbing stairs so that the Foundation could finally
Alright.
find out what was on the second floor of this strange house. The robot entered the home and ascended to the second floor. As it explored the rooms, it found one particularly strange one that appeared to be operating as a kind of sewing
Okay.
workshop, with huge amounts of thread, needles, and other sewing supplies spread across multiple tables. Dark red stains covered many of the tables, but no bodies were discovered in the sewing room. The robot continued to explore the second floor, though, and soon discovered many more corpses, accounting for nearly all of the missing
Obviously.
teenagers, the police that had vanished, as well as the
the
missing
D-class.
personnel.
Yeah.
All of them had been dressed
Morbid.
in 18th century style
But he kept his eyes.
clothing, and their eyes had been removed
Oh, no,
and
mine.
replaced with artificial
Okay,
ones, giving
the
them
fake.
a perpetual glassy-eyed stare. Long, thick threads had
Hey,
been
my
sewn
eye.
into
Yo,
their
I'm blinking way too much, man.
arms and legs as well.
Uh,
The sound recording equipment on the robot captured the same sounds of footsteps that the D-Class had reported, but the thermal imager didn't locate any signs of life. The researchers decided to call an end to the experiment and began guiding the robot back out
Now
of the
come
house.
outside.
But just as it reached
Yeah.
the front door, the connection was lost, and the robot
But the
has never
entity-
been located. One final expedition into the home was approved, this time using another D-Class personnel.
and that D-class is also dead.
His
Okay.
mission was to explore the
I'm telling
entire
you, you never
house,
wanna be
including
D-Class.
the second floor, before
You
attempting
gotta,
to leave.
you gotta take that jail time. You gotta take that. Yo, get at that point. Just give me the death sentence.
The home.
Like I'm
The
telling you.
D-Class entered the home as normal, but immediately reported feeling a strange feeling that the other D-Class hadn't mentioned. He told the researchers listening that he was experiencing an intense headache and pressure in his
Okay.
ears, and that he could hear what sounded like someone crying
Hell
in another
no.
room. None
What?
of the equipment picked up the crying sounds, and the D-Class was ordered to investigate further.
Hell no.
He approached the room that he claimed the sound was coming from, but still nothing was detected on the audio recording equipment.
He's gonna
He
scream.
was ordered to enter the room.
Is he gonna scream?
And though he seemed scared and reluctant, eventually he did so. Once inside, he reported seeing a young girl wearing an 18th century style dress. The girl was dancing, but
Is it pop? Don't tell me these puppets are like still alive in a way, like the mannequin.
crying as she did so. Just like on the corpses that had previously been found inside the house,
What?
threads were connected to her arms and legs, but these ones were pulled tight and stretched up towards the ceiling. The D-Class followed their path up, but they disappeared into the darkness, reporting that it looked like there was no ceiling at all,
What?
just an inky black void,
Are they alive though?
where something was manipulating the strings attached to the girl, forcing her to dance. None of these visuals reported by the Class D could be seen on the video
What?
feeds the researchers were
Yo,
watching.
this
As
is
far as they could
Okay.
see, he was staring into an empty room. The D-Class was ordered to continue watching this strange recital, though, and after 5 minutes, all of the communication devices ceased working. The video feed was lost too, but the audio continued to record for a few more
Okay.
seconds, during which time a sharp clap noise was heard. The D-Class began screaming as a deep male voice spoke a phrase in Latin. Et perficiendi sit pretium.
okay. They know. Okay, me. If someone speaking a whole different language, I don't
The
know.
performance must be paid for. No further
Okay.
signs of the D-Class were ever found. SCP-1098-RU
Euclid?
has since been fenced off to prevent the general public
It's
from being
safe
able
or
to enter
Euclid?
it. A patrol team of 4 security guards is always on site, and anyone who attempts to gain entry to the house is to be
Terminated.
detained,
Oh, no, mine.
interrogated, and administered
I was not saying. I went all the way down up to the terminated
Class
point.
B amnestics.
Okay.
Additional research into SCP-1098-RU is ongoing, but requires approval from at least 2 members of the O5
Okay.
Council. And to date, no further expeditions inside this anomaly, which has been given the object
supposed to
class
say,
Euclid, have been authorized.
What that said, man? Big brain. Come
It is
on,
still
man.
unknown who or
Come on,
what
man.
exactly the entity inside of SCP-1098-RU is, but it has been designated as SCP-1098-RU-1, and some in the Foundation have taken to calling it by a nickname, the Master of Puppets.
That's
Now
what
go
I
and
thought.
watch another entry from the
Oh,
files
what's
of
it gonna
Dr.
be?
Bob, like SCP-026, After School Retention, for another terrifying anomalous location.
I always like the endings.
And make sure you subscribe
Always
and
like
turn
the
on
ending.
notifications so you don't miss a single anomaly as we delve further and further into the
that's
SCP
it?
Foundation's classified archives.
There you go. I don't know. I always like the ending. Each episode has like an ending in the end. Like, there's like cool, unique, something like that. I don't know. I like Dr. Bob. I like every person who does an SCP video, which I hear, you know, so right there, SCP Explain. You know what I mean? I like all of them here. But hey, that's it. You guys already know. We reaching the end of the video, which means I had to conclude my video too. Guys, hit the subscribe button. We'll go to 5,000 subscribers. Almost halfway there, man. You also hit the like button too. Support me even more. Turn the bell notification if you want the early game. You could also. I'm sorry. Which means you can be in the comment section first, what brings me to the comment section. So me getting to play. It does not have to be a Roblox game. Go to my video to react, but please link the video in the comment section so it'll be easy for me to find. Or it can be like, hi, how you doing? I will always try to reply back to you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Flame out.